And like, oh my god, like they go on like cute little dates because like they always love each other, even though they like literally fight all the time.
To
Oh
this
my god,
planet,
like
even worse
if you don't like
than
shadowpeach,
the
like
nuclear
die.
power sources.
Silence! Someone is here to educate you, okay? You willing to listen?
I don't really want to do that.
Too bad. Listen up, kiddos, elders, and other worldly creatures. I am Zazzalones, and I'm here today to explain to you what the shadowpeach is. Now, before I get any pitchforks after me, I just want to say that this is just my theories and opinions based off of Journey to the West and the show and all that stuff. You don't have to like shadowpeach, but you click this video and if you don't want to watch shadowpeach, don't click the video. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Also, this video does contain spoilers, so be aware. Okay, now first things first, for people who are living under a rock and or don't know what Lego Monkey Kid is, shadowpeach is the ship between Sun Wukong and Macaque. It's a very popular ship, one of the, most well-known ships if you're in the Lego Monkey Kid community or whatever the hell you want to call it. But why do people ship this? Well, for starters, the designs of the characters. They're very similar, a lot of people like to ship characters with designs that correlate with each other and or look good with each other. It's a very important thing. Second is, their relation. Or better known as the lore. The lore between these two characters goes way back. They used to be best friends, very close people, which especially during season 4, spoilers, they show a lot of scenes from the Brotherhood where they were very close. They were very, touchy. They were very cute, okay? They were adorable little guys. They had a lot of, fun moments and all that stuff. So even if you don't ship shadowpeach, you have to acknowledge that there was a past between these two that were more than just platonic. Or at least very close. A little bit past platonic. Wherever way you want to think about it. And then when it comes to the modern times, the lore of what happened with Wukong, pow pow pachu patata Wukong, ruh-roh, we lost a soldier. But it goes a lot deeper than that, because in the Lego Monkey Kid show, it doesn't explicitly say why Wukong killed Macaque. But according to the wiki and the Journey to the West book, the reason why the Sun Wukong, killed Macaque, because originally Macaque was supposed to be an evil version of himself or something within his brain goop, but of course in Lego Monkey Kid it's very different. But if we're going to go off of the origination, Wukong was told that, or forced that if you wanted freedom from what's his face, I can't pronounce that name, but I'm gonna put it on screen, his master, and also to gain Buddhahood, he had to kill Macaque. So let's take that into Lego Monkey Kid story. That's a good chance that the only way for him to get rid of that little headpiece on his head, or gain more something, was to kill Macaque. And there's a good chance, I don't think he had much of a choice, because it also says here that he, for at least 500 years, felt so guilty about it, he refused to be anywhere near Macaque because of how guilty he felt. Which in the Lego Monkey Kid show, he very much shows to have some guilt with it. Memories, trying to reach out back to Macaque, even if Macaque wants to or not. It shows that he feels remorse about it. Which does show that even after all their fighting, all their stuff, these two characters always find their way back to each other. They have feeling for each other, and the feeling can either be distributed as platonic, arrow ace, it's literally up to headcanons. Most of this is just theorizing, taking stuff from other media relating to these characters, or the characters are based off of, and or using the actual evidence from the show, and hints. Even the voice actor himself for Macaque and even knows that the ship exists, and his opinions on it are very much unstated, but knowing him, he probably is a bit of a fan. I'm not going to say any things, though, because I don't like putting words in people's mouths. Second, or this is probably my 5th reasoning. I have so many reasonings, but you get what I'm saying. These two characters show a lot of affection for each other, especially during the Brotherhood era, and even in season 5, they bicker sometimes, but the two are always next to each other, and then sometimes they have bad moments, sometimes they have good moments. You can always tell that these characters, no matter how much they fight, they feel something for one another. Whether this can be repaired within the next 100 years, or if that one scenario, that one thing that happened hundreds of years ago can never, that just ruins their entire thing. which is still possible. I mean, taking into like real people encounters, you could love someone very deeply, but after they do one thing, even if it's just one thing, that could totally ruin everything, which is probably mostly the reason people don't like the ship, because of, you know, the way they bicker, the way they fight. But unlike a lot of love-hate relationships, or like enemies to lovers, like Tom Tor and all that other jazz, these characters had a very loving past, and these characters, even in the actual show, still show affection to each other, even in later seasons. And no matter how much you want to say these characters are like other bad ships that are like enemies to lovers, where the enemies legit have been enemies and always will be enemies no matter what, these characters do show some sort of affection, which can either be distributed as, you know, platonic or not. That's clearly up to you as the viewer, as the fan, until it is explicitly stated in the show. But it doesn't matter if you like the ship or not, okay? This is just my little rant and me having too much evidence against a ship with monkeys and Legos, which, no, it's no one's, like, big concern. This is legit just up to my opinion, theorizing, and all that shenanigans. But anyways, if you enjoyed this short little rant, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and also check out my artwork and stuff, because I am trying to start my book up, Third World of 85. I am only on a few pages, and I have no funding at all, so this is a one-man show. But I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and liked my videos. Thank you, this has been Zazzaloni, and goodbye.